Well, hello gang, and welcome back. It's the 10th of December, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's been a while since we've had an update, I believe. We did have somebody from the Galactic Empire just stumble in, I think like 3 or 4 hours ago, and decide to just join us. They weren't being chased, they didn't need any handouts, they just said, hey, I can help. And they brought with them a huge social skill, a passion for the arts, and really that is it. Also, unfortunately, a brawler, which I am never too fond of. Iron Fist, Slothful, Proslophile, Prostophile. I still don't know how to properly pronounce that. I assume it's something like prosthetics, but Prostophile. And also a night owl. So that's our third night owl, for better or worse. Finch, what are you doing? Why are you pissing off the tax inspector? Don't you have better things to do than make people mad? Listened to a diplomatic speech by Finch, asking why we should have to pay taxes on land they don't even really own, and they sure as hell can't guarantee protection for. The quarry is done. I don't know if I've shown that yet. Honestly, whenever I say it's been a while since the last video, it's also been like a week or two for me. I got drawn into a couple other projects. The Vampire the Masquerade stuff that was going on. Got addicted to Path of Exile hardcore for a week. And now I'm back to see if I can properly get this colony killed. No, we're not gonna die. Right? Not for a long time. We've got Noble the Evangelist here. Oh, really? On his 21st birthday, Noble experienced a religious awakening. He decided to spend the rest of his life spreading the word of his deity, the beauty of its culture, and its unusual medical tradition. Apparently, the medical tradition sucks. You see, first you've got to take the feces, and then you smear it on the wound. That's how you heal it. Dan, let's see what they brought to trade, if anything. Components, medicine, imperial credits, prototype nerve enhancer. It's a very innovative headgear aimed to enhance synaptic reaction rates. Has some very unsavory side effects such as overbearing nervousness, ringing ears, strange background noises, and or voices. It's also pretty expensive. I can't afford it. Even if I sold everything I own, I still would not be able to afford it. One of the things that we also need to take care of, like get reacquainted with the colony, this is the perfect time to do it. We need to take that fur coat to Carpenter's Cave. I unfortunately do not have any canned goods, which makes the journey rather difficult. Food is the #1 problem that we're having. I actually have sent colonists out of the safe zone to go hunt. I'm willing to risk it. Finch is all the way over here hunting alpacas. We need their meat. If it comes to it, I'll send them out to hunt boars and stuff. The main reason this is the danger area is obviously because all of the predators out here. I'm pretty sure Komodo dragons count as predators. They will attack colonists, if I'm not mistaken. That could be. And they are all over the place. If they get hungry and one of our colonists is super close to them, they might just decide to take a leg from our colonists instead of going after the Kiwis out here. Which, by the way, I have hunted a few of, and I do not think they are worth the energy expenditure. We've got another Hyper Weaver out there. Don't give up, Finch! That alpaca is almost dead. It's dead in 5 hours. No! Go shoot arrows in the dark. Not at rock walls, you dingus. I mean, it's possible this thing will just bleed out before he even finishes killing it. He's shot it in the neck twice, which is pretty impressive. The lung, right rear leg, and there you go. You can now go home to the colony and know that you actually did something to sustain them. Let me see. In fact, I think I did suspend all of these. Yeah, I did. Canned food, as I found out in the details, nobody yelled at me about this, even though they could have. It requires 5 nutrition, like 5 meat nutrition, 2 nutrition vegetarian, 2 nutrition meat. But I'm pretty sure what it puts out in return is not worth it nutrition-wise, compared to, say, having a stockpile of hobo stew, just waiting for anybody to come get. So for the time being, I'm going to pump out as much hobo stew as I can, because I do not want my colonists to have to resort to eating raw meat and uncooked, unpeeled potatoes ever again. It breaks my heart whenever I've screwed up. I've done this multiple times, on screen, this colony, and off screen, where I've had to scramble to fix it real quick. Where I've run them completely out of food. Or some assholes from the Galactic Empire show up and decide, oh, we're just gonna buy all of your food. You said it's for sale, right? Well, why don't we just take it all? What else do we need to do around here? Group from the Galactic Empire, yep. I hope they like their stay. Maybe leave me a few silver shekels in return, or those worthless Imperial credits that don't even exchange at a 1-to-1 ratio. What the hell is even the point of a currency that loses value as soon as you get it from the Empire? The scumbags. What do we got production-wise? The last major thing we did, actually, this is just to remind me and you guys who watch these in real time and have also not seen the colony in like a week or two, but I did wall off the butcher's table and move it down here. I got vents and a heating system more or less set up in the rest of the colony. I was talking about moving some of these water supplies down here. I like how lightning refills my solar panels for half a second. Move the water things down here and then maybe seal a room off down here. I don't particularly know. As I expand the base, one of the things I have to keep in mind, design-wise, is hallways. Hallways like this. Having all of your rooms cluster-fucked together like this works for a small building, but not for a complex. Does that actually... does lightning actually produce any power? I'm curious. Rude. And yeah, it does. It's not just the bar going up. Produces enough power to power one of these lights for 2 hours. I have swapped over all of the lights in the base, more or less, to these wall lights. In fact, let me deconstruct those two right there. Deconstruct this one. These lights may not be as bright, mind you, but the fact that they are only on when someone is actually in the room makes them invaluable. And they even turn themselves off when people are sleeping. Saves me a ton of power and is more realistic, honestly. I'm going to assume that my colonists are not assholes and were not raised to be assholes, so they actually turn lights off when they enter and leave rooms. Let's see. Right there. We've also got our first batches of beer brewing, provided I don't screw up the temperature in here again. Got 4 barrels of it. This brewing spot I will move at some point. Nobody's gotten frostbite from it yet, but I did notice that While somebody was using it, they were certainly freezing. Which is not really a good thing. I believe they can get permanent damage. If they spend too much time in the cold. I've got a light there, a light there. I think that's good. Really, the only other lights I'm even interested in building in are some type of outdoor lights that I will place maybe along some future paths that I make. After the tantrum that one 16-year-old World War I guy threw and smashed our fences, I'm hesitant to put any valuable, well, anything out there, decorations or not. Also, caravan request, huh? CH Toxos wants 1,160 smoke leaf. In return, they offer 2,000 silver. I don't have nearly enough smoke leaf, if I'm not mistaken. No. You see, my colonists enjoy the smoke leaf a little bit. They turn it into hemp fibers. I'm sure they turn it into other things besides, you know, joints. Got smoke leaf buds there. At some point, the seeds and all of the other stuff we will be able to turn into fuel, medicine, plastics, and other synthetics. It's really a plant with unlimited uses, and our colonists would be absolutely retarded to not take advantage of that. Let's see, these roads. I really feel like I need to make a path out here. This is kind of a waste, but also at the same time, why not? So, eventually we'll have this path lead up here. For now, it can lead there. We'll have a single branch like that. Maybe at some point in the future I will also make this a little ranch area. Fence it in, perhaps. Put some grass in there. I think that might actually really be good. Could expand the fence out through here, make this an entire fenced-in little recreation area. Now I'm just getting ahead of myself. I don't even have any animals for now. We've got the Labrador Retriever that is trapped in the freaking rescue pod that I can't really do anything about for now. Beehives. I don't think I can actually have functioning beehives here due to the temperature. The bees would just die. I can't even get the queens to survive long enough to make a beehive, most likely. Mechanoid corpses. You know, research-wise, let's see. Let's make a machining table. It's kind of a waste, maybe, but why not? Also, I don't know what I was planning on turning this room into. I don't really want it to be a production room. Even though I could make this a production room, then have this, kind of hollow this out to be the stockpile room. What I'll do for now. And who is hunting? Out hunting the rats. I didn't want to send them after anything too vicious out there. If it could fight back like a honey badger, you'd have to be insane. Or a cobra. I mean, I could probably do a little bit of damage to a honey badger, but it would most likely just rip out the throat of whoever pissed it off. An alpaca, a chinchilla. What are we even researching now? Precision rifling, then to gun turrets, then to sniper turrets. I was gonna research the moisture pump. But even though oh yeah, that's why I didn't. I forgot. I have to build... Where is it? It's one of these things here. The high-tech research bench. I need to build one of those before I can research some of that high-tech stuff. It was confusing me for a while why no progress was being made on my research line. Oh yeah. One more thing. Metal Slime actually has a badass weapon now that Dan Shadow brought with him. Whenever he left the Galactic Empire and decided to join us, he brought one of those long-range burst fire sniper rifles with him. They're totally inaccurate and completely impractical when it comes to hunting anything, except maybe a mountain. I mean, maybe Metal Slime can make it work sometimes, but whatever. It's just a lucky shot. It was just a lucky shot, Metal Slime. Right through the eye, through the head. I don't know. I saw Dan trying to use it, and that's when I realized that Dan was a brawler. Yeah, you're not getting that, Caravan. Just can't allow it. Up to 71 hobo stew. I think I'm gonna re-enable all of this up until we have 30 cans of each. I'm sure we have somebody who can work on that, and we'll start soon. Almost makes me want to see if Metal Slime could kill a Komodo dragon. He's got a gunshot wound on his ear. Yeah, see, these roads are so quick to build, and they speed things up significantly. They take 2 work, which is basically nothing. So, this is where all of the butchered stuff goes for now, by the way. The Gekromancer fails to pack that dirt and just loses all motivation. He's like, screw it, I'm gonna go slit the throat of this dead turtle and chop it up into meat. Luvania, what are you doing? She's friends with Dan Shadow. Good job, Dan. Your social skills are being put to good use. As long as they don't leave here hating us. Mason hates Hintolan and Burton. Who is the volatile one? I can understand Burton being volatile right now, since he's having withdrawals from MedX. Did you find and use that last needle? I bet you did. I probably, yep. I forgot to re-forbid it whenever I had to move all the stuff over here. You bastard. You rotten bastard. So, we've got the machining table, and we've got a bunch of stuff that we can waste the rest of our components on if we need to. And really, I do need to. Hunting rifle, marksman carbine, that sounds nice. The riot shotgun, the rocket launcher. A superconductor, what the hell is that? Don't know. Used for future technology. An M2 Browning machine gun. You don't say. Takes 5 components and 100 steel. We've got 25 components. I want an M2 Browning machine gun, so... Now I am curious. Work speed factor 60. Allow crafting skill. I only want somebody with 10 crafting or higher to work on that. If that's even an option. Do I even have anybody with that? Burton has a 7. Hintolan, you have 13. Don't look at my work table, guys. It's horrible. Not assigned to smithing. Well, you would be a great smith if you felt like it. So we can make one of those and we have 100 steel left over. What else do we need to make? Incendiary grenade launchers always sound fun. Howitzer shells, naval gun, 28 centimeter naval gun shells. Good lord. What are we hunting? Heavy SMG, a light machine gun, 75 steel and 4 components. I don't know which one's better. The Browning or the LMG? I want one of both. I think I'll get one of both. I think that's what I'll do. Spend the rest of my steel on that. And in the meantime, I will unforbid the rock quarry so they can get back to hauling out chunks from it. All the chunks you could possibly want. Unfortunately. Might as well expand the dumping zone to there. Anyways, with a little bit of luck, we'll get some steel out of here. Maybe a couple other resources, but I wouldn't expect too much from this quarry until we upgrade it somehow. Gekromancer, what the hell is wrong with you? You're extremely hot. Well, it's because you're out there packing dirt. Oh, it's 131 degrees. Just hang on, you'll get over it. Metal Slime Hunt, on the other hand, he is all the way out in the middle of nowhere. Hunting this damn thing. Are you serious? Look at the range. You put so many animals between you and the tofurkey. You're gonna nick one of these things. I'm not gonna stop you either. If you feel you need to practice your marksmanship from a mile away, then so be it. Ooh, capybaras. Capybaras are peaceful, delicious sacks of meat that we should not let go to waste with their presence here. Come on. Hit it in the head. Hit it in the heart. It's down, I think. Yep. So, I think I'm gonna have him kill this, and then make him hunt some other things real close by. Come on, kill it. Kill it quick. God, how many shots you gotta use to put this poor thing out of his misery? There's not gonna be anything left of it. He's shooting it. He's shooting all around it. No, I don't want you to. Don't want you to hunt it. Or I don't want you to mount it. Even though mounting a capybara is pretty interesting. I can't imagine they would make good war mounts, and you just shot 3 of them. Well, that's what I was worried about would happen with you. You're probably gonna die now. I don't even know if there's any helping you, honestly. Other Komodo dragons nearby have also become enraged. Oh my goodness. I don't think I can get you to run an end around, can I? There's marsh there. You better run. Maybe that one will be slow enough from being shot. Good job, Metal Slime. You had to piss off the Komodo dragons. As we run right back into another one. So there's 3 of them. They are actually a little bit of weenies. Why was I so terrified of you Komodo dragons? You're mad, but you're garbage. Here, kill the alpacas too. Well, that went better than I thought it would. There's an alpaca down. Crush its head in real quick. Do whatever. I mean, I would have you shoot it, but You ruin the meat, Metal Slime. You really do. Like, there's nothing left of it once you're done shooting it. Death in 11 hours. Front right leg blasted off. It's lung destroyed. I'm not entirely sure what the use of these blaster guns are, if I'm being honest. The long range might be all they've got going for them. I mean, a projectile weapon, even something like a bow, puts things down a lot quicker when the shots actually hit. I thought that the alpaca was going to lay down right next to its dying friend for a second. I don't know why that amused me. Okay, one more Metal Slime. Oh, please no. Geomancer wants to take the time to try and be a target as well. Alpaca revenge. I mean, I already know about that. Metal Slime, do not shoot at the alpaca with Nareem right behind it. Here, you're not that hurt, are you? No, you're not. Your spine is cracked. Well, that's great. Freaking alpacas. You're supposed to die peacefully and not put up a fight. Honestly, cancel hunting the capybaras. It's tempting. Fine, eat your stew and then haul the up. No. Consume the stew. And then consume the alpaca. We'll get the order right eventually. Oh wow, bunch of boomalopes. I would actually love to tame those things and have them for their delicious, nutritious... Actually, it's not nutritious at all, but their wonderful milk we can eventually use for various wonderful things. The M2 Browning machine gun still has 400 work left. And Hinterland, you can take a break. It's about that time where everybody in the colony retires, I think. What else do we need to build, though? We've got the mending workbench that I need at some point. The electrical tailoring bench I need as well. Takes 50 steel and 3 components. I should probably build that while I've got the resources for it, because there's going to come a point in time where I have to make more clothing for our colonists. Their gear has to be getting worn down. Rat leather chaps, 62. Synth thread jacket. I mean, we can get gear randomly from people that just die or we kill. Generally, that is the best way to get it, actually, but it's also nice to be able to make it from whatever you want, like, say, human flesh, or the leather of a star vampire, or something really wicked like that. Anyways, folks, it's the 12th of December, 3 o'clock in the morning. The colony is doing fine. Our food supplies are great. The Galactic Empire has come and gone, and we weren't found in fraction of anything. Nareem had about the only interesting thing happen to him when they got beat up by an alpaca. Well, hello gang, and welcome back. It's the 15th of December, 5 o'clock in the morning, and the skipper has landed. Eugene Arroway, 68 years old. Good cook, good at construction, growing, and mining with a real good passion towards construction. Also, rad resistant. Okay, unfortunately a psychopath. Has no empathy at all. He doesn't mind if others are butchered, left unburied, imprisoned, or sold to slavery. It's no mood boost from socializing. He's an ascetic. He prefers to live in asceticism. Probably mispronouncing that, whatever. What's your health look like? Stab scar, gunshot wound. You've got an artery blockage because you're old as fuck and your dick don't work. You've got a cut on your right leg and bruise on your left foot. Fell. Go rescue the skipper. We'll bring the skipper aboard. Why not? Other than the skipper, I don't really think anything else is going on. The M2 Browning machine gun has been finished, so we might as well install that. I'm going to install it on the edge of the building here. Kind of out there a ways. There's nothing out here right now, but there will be. I think, again, I'm going to do some flooring here, put some sandbags around in a circle. I hope that this has the ability to aim down this way. Maybe I should put it more right here. Probably should. Kind of take it out in diagonal from this. Right there. We'll see how useful that is. We've also got the unfinished LMG. Hinterland, what are you doing? He's heading back to continue work on his beautiful pride and joy. We have finished researching gun turrets and are moving on to sniper turrets as well. We can also make sniper rifles now. I'm pretty sure we could do that last time, but you know, now we've got the anti-material rifle. The ascetic priest named Skipper that we rescued is very grateful. He wants to stay. I'll accept him for now. Skipper, get your ass back in bed. I don't know where you think you're going, but you're gonna be dead in 13 hours. Dan Shadow, no. Who is... You know, Nylon? I don't even care what your skill is. In doctoring. A skill of 1. I probably should take that off. You know what? Burton, Nareem, Saldownik, and Skeeto. You're the only... And... Dan Shadow. You guys are the only ones who are allowed to do anything. As far as medical stuff goes. No. Nylon. Bad Nylon. Put the thread and needle down. Let someone more competent take care of it. I'm gonna have to redo my workflow list. It's still screwed up from when everyone got malaria and I had to shuffle a bunch of jobs around. For now, I don't particularly care. It's not like it makes that much of a difference anyways. I don't even have any medicine. I have 9. The 9 forbidden ones. I am running into a significant problem here where it is now routinely too hot for really anything to grow, except for early in the morning. Non-ideal temperature. The growth rate is 114, but it quickly drops down to like 50 or 60, and it's really hampering my ability to produce anything. I should probably expand out my garden a little bit, as a matter of fact. Let me see. We need the tilled soil, so there'll be a pathway there. If everything is going to grow super slow, then the only thing I can do to offset that is to grow a whole bunch of stuff. Still leave that open. It's not like this is taking a large amount of time away from my colonists having all of this garden space because they're not allowed to actually use it. It's not like they're actually going out and having to harvest every other day and replant things. Now that does make it hard to keep us fed. We're down to 34 hobo stews, and I have forbid all of the canned goods. The canned meat, for instance, only has a nutrition of 0.005. As you can see, canning stuff, unless it's a canned meal, does not go very far. The canned meal has 0.75 nutrition. The hobo stew that would be jammed into that can has 0.9. Kind of a disappointment. And also, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure we're going to make the delivery of the fur cloak. Without having the ability to stay cool on long journeys, I'm not sure I've got anybody who can survive it. The game has gotten significantly hotter, I feel like, since we started. We know that Gekromancer can't do it because he's already overheating. Burton can't do it. Hinterland stays inside primarily. And hey, the LMG is done. Okay, so who is my next best shooter? Fail has shooting skill of 11. Finch has a shooting skill of 9, but a super good passion for it. Metal Slime already has the laser rifle, which isn't really that useful in my opinion. So Fowl, you've got the old-fashioned rifle. Go equip the SMG. What are you, a night owl? Yeah, sorry for waking you up. But it's rather important. The LMG has a range of 25.9. Shoots 6 shots at once for only 8 damage. Unfortunately. The pistol, for instance, does 9 damage with a range of 22. And the old-fashioned rifle does a damage of 18 with a range of 37. Yes. You may see occasionally why I am hesitant to swap out from the bow. Or to swap out from these rifles, actually. I need to check the bow. That's what I was thinking. So I'm pretty sure it does good damage with long range too. Yeah, damage of 11, a range of 29. The only downside is they cannot pierce armor very easily. As far as I know, I could be mistaken. But don't discount old technology like that. It can hold its own every now and then. And Skipper, who are you gonna be, huh? Let me see here. I think that the Skipper is going to be... Just pulling a random name here. I don't think they've had one yet. It's gonna be GoldenEye. Goldini! The GoldenEye. So welcome to the colony. You old, impotent son of a bitch. Artery blockage. Is there anything I can do? Harvest, install reproductive organs, artificially impregnate. But he's a guy. How does that work? I'm kind of curious if you could carry a baby to term now, GoldenEye. How far has science gone? Dan Shadow comes into the barracks in order to meditate. One of the things I need to do... I need to decide where I'm going to do it is I need to expand the colony in terms of beds. We need a lot more rooms, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm curious if I can actually grow anything. Around here that won't have much trouble with the heat. Minimum skill to grow. Native to arid earth environments. It's definitely not arid here. Fertility requirement, sensitivity. I need to know about heat though, because that's the primary killer. My gardens. Snow beads probably not. Bamboo should do just fine, but we can't eat it. Grapes. Huh. Grows in 6.5 days. Nutrition 0.2. Honestly, just feel like I should stick with potatoes. Just potatoes everywhere. Don't do anything fun. Corn. Wow. Really sensitive to fertility. 11.3 days. Yields a lot of food. Takes a long time to spoil. Can be eaten raw. 0.2 nutrition. Might as well do grapes in that regard. How long it spoils at this point is insignificant. Since we can just freeze everything. Like, game, come on, I'm trying to grow something new and interesting here. We could do fruit trees, despite the fact they seem to take forever as well. Watermelons. Grows in 6 days. Okay. All of these will be delicious watermelons. I don't know how well they'll grow in 130, 140 degrees temperature, but okay. Oh wow, that has a very large radius. Look at that. I like that. I need more of these. As a matter of fact. Okay. Maybe that's what I should start focusing on. Get some of this security set up as well. How much steel do I have? 239 steel. Security barriers provide 65% cover. Shields provide 60% cover. Earthen mounds provide 50% cover. Sandbags provide 65%. So sandbags and security barriers provide the same amount of cover. 850 hit points versus 450. Okay. I don't know why I did that. I don't need it that far out there. I was thinking take that for and then bring this down along the road here. So I'm sure eventually some people are going to come from this direction. So we'll have a machine gun that can lay down fire here, all the way up through here. With people far enough back, they can still provide support fire for the machine gun from back here, maybe with longer range weapons. And not necessarily get shredded by it. Though if the enemy does try to come down through this way, I'll have to make sure they don't fire over here and kill the machine gunner. Which is always a distinct possibility. Or the machine gunner accidentally kills a whole bunch of people. Hello? Pause notifications. Is that always happens. You're breaking my immersion, Twitch. So what I'll do eventually, in fact I might as well do it now. Packed dirt path, alternative. You know what? Just pack the dirt out here. I hate losing that one fruit tree, but this is all for speed here. I need people to be able to fly up through here and get into combat positions as quickly as possible. And Burton, you have decided that it is time to binge on cigarettes for some reason. I hope you don't do it in the freezer, by the way. I hope you leave. Grab your cigarettes and get out before you freeze to death. So he'll no doubt get cancer at some point in the future, and since we are low on supplies, I'm gonna mark the capybaras to be hunted, the chinchillas to be hunted, hunt the emu. I almost want to hunt the Komodo dragons. There's some thrombos out there I'm not crazy enough to go after, and the wild boars. Why not? GoldenEye, are you gonna ever recover? You're not that beat up, are you? Come on. Burton obviously can't help you. Damn it, Doctor. Okay, I'll just have to keep my eye on GoldenEye, make sure he doesn't get an infection. I doubt he will, but you never know. It is the 15th of December, 8 o'clock at night. We've got our first little bit of defense set up, and I hope that we don't need it anytime soon. Even though I am kind of excited about putting this gun to use. In fact, let's fully entrench that. Maybe I can have another machine gun here, or here, or here at some point. I can't get them too close together, though, just in case they blow up. Cannot repeat the same mistakes of the past.